Every year, there are about 4 million infants who are born with some sort of a serious genetic disease, and they are ultimately given a genetic death sentence. There are about 520 million adults who are living with some sort of a genetic disorder for which there is a cure available, but it is just not amenable. CRISPR-Cas is a revolutionary technology. It really holds the promise to cure any genetic disorder, provided that it overcomes its biggest challenge, which is the safety. The chances of having an unintended cut in the genome due to CRISPR-Cas is high. This is leading to the long developmental life cycles. If that can be overcome, it becomes a really potent tool. Our whole idea is to make these genetic diseases a thing of the past by accelerating the whole therapy development process so that they can be made less expensive and more affordable to these people. The mission of Helex is to make sure that genetic diseases become a thing of the past. What we do at Helex is precision engineer the navigator or the programmable unit of the CRISPR-Cas system called the guide RNA for enhanced safety and efficiency in gene therapies. We call ourselves the GPS for gene editing because we really decide on that exact location where the guide RNA can make the cut for a safer therapy and a more efficient therapy so that there are no more unintended cuts anywhere else in the genome. We have a very modular platform, and so for example, if a client have a gene of interest in their mind, we can help them decide the precise target, build that guide RNA and test it, validate it in the cell line of their choice. If our client has already worked on a particular guide RNA in their research phase and now they want to translate that, we can take it up from there as well, or just help them in translation of a guide from just being a simple gRNA to a drug substance as they go up the ladder of therapy development. So I think it all started when I had my own son. There was an article in the newspaper which spoke about this non-profit organization which is based out of India, which is working towards getting gene therapies accessible to these kids. And there are about 650 kids registered with this organization. And after 2 years of intense funding, they could only get the gene therapy accessible for just one child. What was really heartbreaking and was highlighted in that article was that while these 650 kids were waiting, 50 of these kids lost their lives just waiting for the gene therapy. There are currently 185 CRISPR-based therapies which are in the pipeline and which are currently in clinical trials. The entire market is growing at a rapid CAGR of 20%. The total addressable market today is $33 billion US. But as we enable rapid acceleration with advancement in safety as well as efficacy and contribute to lowering the development life cycle, impacting the costs, more and more companies are going to adapt the use of CRISPR in therapeutic settings, thereby expanding the entire market. At Helex, our vision is to accelerate CRISPR-based cell and gene therapies so that they can be made accessible to the 520 million people suffering from some sort of a critical genetic disease. Anyone joining our movement will be working towards making genetic disorders a thing of the past, in fact touching billions of lives.